Brute ships. Staggered line. Shipmaster. They outnumber us 3-1.
Then it is an even fight.
All cruisers fire at will. Burn their mongrel hides.
True ship isn't taking part in the attack. He must have gone to ground.
Roger that, ma'am. We're on him. Kick the door.
Good, Hocus?
She's a little crook, Sergeant Major. She'll hold.
All right, pop the hatch.
That's something.
Enjoy it while you can, Marines. As soon as we land, we're right back to it. Priority 1. Secure a landing zone for the commander's frigate. Keep your eyes and ears open. We need all the intel we can get. Wherever the hell we are. Stand to, Marines. Go, go, go!
Sup guys, Hokey Bird here, bringing you the Noob's Guide to Legendary for the 6th mission of the Halo 3 campaign, the Ark.
Check it out. In the sky. Is that...
Hey, focus. We got a job to do.
Chief, eyes on. Got a good angle.
Alright, first things first, wedge yourself between these two rocks here, aim at the brute's head, fire. You'll always need 2 shots, so follow up with a second headshot. That shot will awaken these 3 sleeping grunts down here. Sometimes they go kamikaze, a lot of times they don't. There's 2 other grunts that often go kamikaze, so keep your eye out for them, snipe them, don't let them anywhere near you. And then what happens is there's going to be 2 brutes supporting the one you just killed. That's these 2. But there's also about 4 or 5 more that come around the corner in the back. Now, if you're quick, you can catch them as they come around the corner and take them all out at once. But in this case, I wasn't quick enough and they've already taken up a position. Now, the primary threat in this situation is any brutes that are carrying brute shots. You want to take them out first thing before they can really get any shots off to kill either you or your ODSTs. The ones with spikers won't really pose any problems to either you or the ODSTs, but the brute shots are extremely dangerous. Now what sometimes happens and what you want to watch out for is that brutes will jump up on that wall and then come down here and try to come up behind you. As you can see, it's pretty deal withable. Now, don't use all of your sniper rifle ammo. You can use most of it and you'll probably need to, but don't use all of it so that you can hand your sniper rifle off to a Marine. There's enough sniper rifle ammo in the area that you can hand your original off to a Marine like so, take his assault rifle, and then grab the sniper rifle here, which will have 8 shots plus a full clip. And there's another sniper rifle drop up ahead that will have another 12 rounds in it, and that'll give you full sniper rifle ammo. Take out the rest of the jackals and grunts with some simple battle rifle headshots. The only thing you really have to worry about here are the 2 jackal marksmen with carbines. Don't try to snipe them. I found that just did not work. Just use the battle rifle. Once they're down, the area should be clear. Head over here, load up on battle rifle ammo and sniper rifle ammo from these 2 weapon drops. 108 plus full clip, 20 plus full clip, that's full ammo. Then head up here to this raised platform and grab yourself a plasma turret.
We got more enemy contact ahead. Move out.
And the reason that I like to bring a plasma turret with me to the next area is to deal with the hunters that are coming up. Now what's about to happen is about 10 things happening in about 3 seconds, so I'm going to do my best to explain it now. As you enter the area, you want to drop the plasma turret and snipe the 3 or 4 brutes that are going to be walking in a single file line off of the Phantom. Now, you'll only be able to get about 3 or 4 shots in before this Jackal marksman starts constantly de-scoping you and making it impossible to snipe. You can also sometimes find some grunts down below here, as well as some up on the wall on the right, so you want to take them out immediately, or else they'll toss plasma grenades that are going to end up killing your Marines. So, this is a successful demonstration of that. We've successfully moved into the area and taken up a pretty strong position on this wall, and I've got all my Marines with me. Brutes will sometimes climb up on this wall and attack you, but you can repel them pretty easily. And then just keep sniping brutes just like the first area. Don't let any of the brutes with brute shots get any shots off, especially in the direction of your Marines. Now the goal here is to take out all of the brutes before the Phantom carrying the hunters moves in, because then they'll fall back in an organized retreat and attack later. Now, before you go back for your plasma turret to deal with the hunters, you want to deal with the 2 marksmen over on that right side of the anti-air gun, and then pick up the plasma turret and try to get the hunters' attention. If you have the Marines with you, they'll fire at them at first, but if you move down here and get their attention, they'll pay attention to only you, because they want you dead more than they want your Marines dead, for whatever reason. Now, this is a little dangerous because it would be much safer to stay up on the wall and shoot at them where they can't really get you. Now if you notice here, once the first hunter dies, the second one will go berserk and just wants to melee the shit out of you. He won't even use his fuel rod gun anymore. So if you're carrying that turret, you need to drop it so that you can move quicker away from him. And then once you find yourself at a more comfortable distance, pick it back up and then finish him off. The rest of this area is pretty easy. Just pick off the grunts that are going to be around this corner. These are any grunts that you didn't kill earlier. This is where they retreated to. If there were any brutes, this is where they would attack from. Then there's going to be a brute leading a big squad of grunts up here. The brute will always have a brute shot. His color will vary, but he'll always have a brute shot. But if you snipe him first, the grunts will panic, and then you can just take him out with some headshots.
Chief, I'm giving the brutes all I've got. But this is a heavyweight fight. Dawn's only got the tonnage to last a few rounds. Find me a place to set her down. Over.
Now, your first few attempts on Legendary, you will undoubtedly not be able to escort the Marines through those first 2 areas, but if you don't have them with you when you reach this upcoming section, you're going to find 4 Marines in this upcoming area instead of the 2 that you see in the video.
Flak got our Pelican too, sir. But before we went down, we spotted a good LZ. If we can get to our vehicles, we'll lead you to it.
So the nice thing about this area is there's only 2 brutes. There's one over there, shoot him twice in the head with the sniper rifle, and another one over here. Now usually I can stick this guy, but it didn't happen this time. But I still took him out pretty easily. After they're down, all you've got left are grunts. There's going to be some up front here and some back there. You want to take the ones up front here out first because they will sometimes get aggressive and chuck plasma grenades at your Marines. That'll kill them pretty quickly. And then pick off the ones back here. Now ideally you would want to leave one alive so that you can run over here to this Pelican without triggering the next checkpoint. But even if you do accidentally kill them all, you still have plenty of time before the Prowlers show up. So grab the rocket launcher from over by the Pelican. You should have a rocket launcher and a sniper rifle. Trade it with the ODSTs, and now you should have a battle rifle and assault rifle, and the 2 ODSTs should have rocket launchers and sniper rifles. When the Prowlers do show up, take up a position right over here by this rock and just take them all out with your assault rifle, battle rifle, and a couple grenades. Now once the first wave of brutes are taken out, you're still going to have the 2 brutes left in the second Prowler. This is why you armed the Marines with a rocket launcher earlier. Now normally I would grab a plasma pistol here and EMP it so that it couldn't move while I wait for the Marine with the rocket launcher to destroy it, but as you can see, it wasn't even necessary this time.
Mount up! Let's find that LZ. Follow us, sir. All the way down this canyon.
Grab yourself a Prowler and make sure you have the 2 ODSTs with a rocket launcher and a sniper rifle in the side seats. Now it's important to note which side of the Prowler the Marine with the rocket launcher is sitting on. In this case he's on the left, so when you jump over this hill here, you want to jump to the right side of the hill because there's a brute chopper patrolling down below and you want your Marine with the rocket launcher to have a clear shot at him. Then also head up here on the hill and take out the 2 additional brute choppers quickly before they can even really get going. This takes a little bit of luck to not lose your Marines. You may need to do it a few times before you do it successfully, but that's just going to be the easiest way to handle that area because those choppers are pain. Once all the choppers are down, you're going to have 2 additional ghosts. That was 1. Here comes the other one. And now he's down. After that, the only thing left is going to be a single brute and a whole bunch of grunts taking up a position in the rock in the middle of the area. Take them out by just sitting here and letting the Marines go to town. Once the area is clear, head up here and move to the next area. Before you get there, however, you're going to make a little bit of a detour here and stop by this overturned Warthog and pick up the sniper rifle here. Swap out your assault rifle for it. This sniper rifle always comes with 13 rounds plus half a clip, so immediately reload it as soon as you pick it up. Make your way over these hills here. Stop here because sometimes that turret can mess you up before the Marines take it out. You should be fine if you stay back, but if you just charge in like a mindless kamikaze, you might get killed. Now if you know what you're doing here, you could go straight for the LZ, but I just like to take out the enemies here just because it's probably what you were supposed to do, and if you don't take them out now, you're going to have to face them when you come back. So, priority 1, 2 brute choppers. It's not even so much that they're going to kill you as they're going to kill your Marines off of your Prowler. Now just like on Savo Highway, there is no concrete strategy here that works every single time for taking down the brute choppers. You just have to keep in mind 2 guidelines. Number 1, don't ever let them get behind you. We've already been over this, they'll kill you instantly. Number 2, try to get behind them, because their weapon is at the front of their vehicle, and if you can get behind them, they're powerless to stop you because they can only fire forwards. So, with the 2 brute choppers down, I like to park the Prowler right about here and let the Marines go to town on the turrets and the brutes up there. Just let them clear them all out with their rocket launcher and the sniper rifle, and I hop out and use my sniper rifle that I picked up to take out the 2 grunts with fuel rod guns over here, as well as the brute with the brute shot if I can find him. Now, I saw him in the back there, but at this point I don't have a shot at him. There he is. You'll always need 2 shots to take down his armor, but if the second shot is a headshot, you'll kill him instantly. I am not very good at sniping, so I didn't land the headshot, so I had to follow up with a body shot. Now there's 2 grunts with fuel rod guns. You only saw me snipe 1. That's because my Marines took care of the other one. He's already dead. But you want to snipe them before you even approach this area, because those fuel rod guns mess you up very quickly. And if you can guess, yeah, you're going to arm your 2 ODSTs with those 2 fuel rod guns. Grab one, and don't pick up the ammo for the other one, or else it'll disappear. Now, getting the Marines out of the Prowler can be a little tricky.
Tiny little bastards.
They never decide to clean us up.
It's like they don't even see us.
Oh, they see us all right. They just haven't decided what to do with us yet.
Now, like I said, it can be a little tricky to get the Marines out of the Prowler, but what I found works best is to walk right up to them till you're touching them, crouch walk in front of them, and slowly move towards the driver's seat until you see hold right bumper to ride in Prowler. That'll get them out. Anyway, with the Marines now armed with fuel rod guns, pick up the sniper rifle ammo that they're going to give you, have the rocket launcher in your backpack, then head over here to the locked door.
Ma'am, Focus almost got a wing shot off. But we spotted a structure on the other side of this wall. It matched Cortana's description of the map room on the first Halo ray.
A cartographer. Good. Should help us fix Trude's location. Secure the LZ, then we'll push through that wall.
Roger that. Follow my Pelican, Chief. LZ's this way.
Let's find that LZ, sir. Commander Keyes can't land until we clear those Wraiths.
Now, the only enemies you're going to encounter over here are two ghosts, and with your two Marines with fuel rod guns, you should be able to take them out pretty easily.
It's all taken care of.
Now, unfortunately, as you can see on the ground there, they have slaughtered all the Sentinels that would be accompanying you for reinforcements, so they're not with me this time, but they're not all that helpful anyway.
We have a ghost inbound.
Now, in this area, the primary threats are the Brute with the fuel rod gun and the two ghosts. And the bigger threat of those two is actually the Brute with the fuel rod gun. He'll kill you in one shot on Legendary. The way that I like to deal with him is just move up on the hill, let the Marines fire a few shots, and then to avoid the fuel rod shots that he fires at me, I just move back down the hill and they fly right over my head. Might take a couple attempts of doing that to take him out, but eventually the Marines will get him. Once he's down, the only thing you have to worry about are the Jackals and the Grunts, because the Ghosts should be down at this point. When everything's dead, grab the fuel rod gun from the Brute and swap it out for your rocket launcher.
LZ's through the cave, sir. Watch yourself. Got Covenant heavy armor.
Now, what I like to do here is to park the Prowler right outside of the cave and do a little bit of preparatory sniping. First, I take out the sniper rifle and snipe the Brute out of the plasma turret of the Wraith. If you're far back enough in the cave, the Wraith has to fire its shot so high in order to reach you that it won't be able to hit you. It'll hit the top of the cave. Then I snipe the Grunt out of that plasma turret on the raised platform, as well as the Grunt with the fuel rod gun over there. He can be a major pain later if you don't take him out now.
Chief, look for a break in the rocks. There's a nice wide cliff on the other side. Should have enough room for the Dawn. You see any Wraiths? Clear them out.
Okay, with those three priority targets down, now you can move in with the Prowler. Priority 1 is actually the Shade turret, not the Wraith. The Wraith really won't be able to hit you since you sniped the Brute out of its plasma turret, so you can go after the Shade turret first. This is why you snipe the Brute out of the plasma turret on the Wraith, because getting this close to it with the Brute and the plasma turret would be suicide. Once the Wraith is down, there's going to be two Ghosts that enter the area, and they can kill you pretty quick. So what I like to do is retreat up to about here and see if I can spot where they enter the area. Sometimes it's on the left, sometimes it's on the right. And I'll just wait up here until I spot both of them. So I'm not sure if you can see it clearly, but it looks like they're both over there on the left and in the center. There's one under the bridge and there's one over there behind the raised platform, which is now destroyed. So that's where I'm heading. As you can see, they can mess you up pretty quickly, but you can also take them down pretty quickly. Now, what happened when you destroyed the Wraith is that all of the Brutes that were camped out in and around that raised platform retreated back to that rock bunker over there by the anti-air Wraiths, and that's where they're going to take up a position. Now, this part can be a major pain if you hadn't sniped the Grunt with the fuel rod gun earlier, because he seems to turn up at the most unexpected times and then absolutely waste you and your Marines, since the fuel rod shots have slight homing and almost always hit you. Anyway, come over here, park behind this rock just to protect your Marines from fuel rod gun blasts, and snipe the grunt out of this plasma turret here. Then jump back in the Prowler, try not to run over the shade turret, and then move up here and destroy the 2 anti-air Wraiths from here. You really don't want to move up any further than this, because doing so would result in the brutes throwing a power drain at you and then just wasting you with brute shots. Moving into the area by the anti-air Wraiths before they're destroyed will also result in death, since those anti-air missiles hurt just as much as it looks like they do. But now that both anti-air Wraiths are down, now you can move into the area and take out all of the enemies camped out in that rock bunker from right over here. Before the dawn arrives, grab the fuel rod gun ammo out of the crate over there.
Commander, bring her down.
Roger that. Beginning my descent.
When she arrives, everything gets blown away and you will not be able to find them.
Look! Up high! Here she comes!
Is the Dawn rated for atmosphere?
I guess we're gonna find out. Hey, take cover!
Now, I highly recommend that you be in the Prowler for this part, because if you're not, it, as well as the Marines riding in it, are also going to get blown away along with everything else. It still forces you out, but at least you don't get blown away.
Wouldn't have lasted much longer up there. Come to the back of the frigate. Did the elites get a fix on the cartographer?
Yes, ma'am. Just on the other side of that wall. But it's surrounded by brute heavy armor.
Don't worry. I've got a plan. If we can't fly over the wall, we'll go right through it. Chief, take one of the tanks. Lead the way. If you find any locked doors, Spark will be happy to pry them open.
I will certainly try my best. Will I monitor this facility?
All right, then. You heard the lady.
Shall I help you choose a vehicle, Reclaimer? This one seems in very good condition. Primitive armor, notwithstanding.
Tank's a tank, Lightbulb. Pick one, Chief. Get back to the wall. Mount up. Let's roll. Hoorah! Oh, yeah!
Now, Bungie finally got the tank perfect for Halo 3. The tank in Halo 1 was too inaccurate, and the tank in Halo 2 was too slow.
Hey, how does 90mm and tungsten strike you?
The tank in Halo 3 is the best of both worlds. It is nice and fast and very accurate. So, you're going to face 4 ghosts and 1 prowler. The prowler is going to take 2 or 3 shots to go down, and each ghost goes down in 1 shot, even on Legendary.
Tank beats ghost.
After the ghosts come 2 hunters. They go down in 1 shot, even on Legendary, so long as you score a direct hit.
Hunter! Fire at will! Glad to have you along,
Knock him
Chief.
the hell out.
Tank beats hunter.
And then lastly, the Phantom and the raised platform. Shoot the engines, that's the Phantom's weak spot, and it goes down.
Tank beats everything. Oh, man. I could do this all day.
As you approach this corner, stop and wait. There's going to be 2 ghosts, then take them out with the tank. Moving further up, you're going to find a Wraith and 2 ghosts. Ignore the ghosts for as long as you can, and then take down the Wraith. It should only take about 4 shots on Legendary, but the tank in Halo 3 actually fires pretty quickly, and you should be able to kill it before it gets a shot off. Once that's down, 2 more ghosts come from the corner back there, so take them out from range. Once that's taken care of, destroy the raised platform as well as the grunts with fuel rod guns at the base of it. Now this area can be pretty tough if you don't know what you're doing, but if you do know what you're doing, it's actually very easy. First things first, head over here on the left side and take out the Wraith over here.
Form up on the lower doorway. Chief, get upstairs. Have your robot pick that lock.
I beg your pardon. I am 343 Guilty Spark, monitor of installation 02.
Yeah, well, you're also our ticket through this wall. So if you don't mind...
I will gladly pay the reclaimer's progress.
Now I'm sorry I couldn't explain it better because Spark and Stacker were having a conversation, but you also want to destroy the 2 ghosts that will attack as soon as you approach that corner that the first Wraith was sitting at, and the second Wraith back there. There's a 3rd Wraith that I'm firing at now. You want to take that out from range. Now you can shoot down the Phantom, but I don't really like to because it just kind of obstructs the way and makes a big mess. Alright, that's all the Wraiths taken out. Now you want to look for the Brute Choppers in the center. There's going to be 2 of them unless you skipped this area earlier, in which case there's going to be 4. But a lot of times the Marines and the other tanks will take them out themselves and you won't even have to worry about them, which is the case here. Last thing you want to do, head over here, destroy the Shade Turret here, and then look on the bridge and try to spot the Brute with the fuel rod gun and take him out in 1 shot before he gets a shot off. That'll actually kill you pretty quickly, or at least it'll mess up your Marines. Not that it matters, but I always like to try to save the Marines when I can. And then just mop up the Grunts and Brutes. I mean, you're in a tank. It's not like this is difficult, even on Legendary. Only thing you gotta watch out for is Brutes throwing power drains. That got me coming up, and it was a bit of a pain, even though it didn't kill me.
Reclaimer, come to the upper doorway. The others can take the lower route. Please, use caution. For a doorway to abide such robust security protocols. One moment, Reclaimer. There we are. Please follow me.
This part coming up is really just cinematic. There's nothing really to explain here, so I'll see you on the other side.
Here, this panel will activate a range.
We gotta keep moving.
This way.
Good work, Chief. Link up with our armor on the far side of the wall. Make your way down to the cartographer.
Heads up, Marines. We got trouble.
Alright, I'm warning you right now. This part, from here on out until you destroy the Scarab, is probably one of the hardest sections of the game. It's also one of my favorites, so I'm going to do my best to explain how I deal with it and how I find it so much fun.
Sir, hog's all yours. Let's hit that hostile armor.
Alright, first things first, take out your fuel rod gun and aim 4 shots at the engine of that Phantom in order to take it down. If you don't take it down now, it'll deploy Brutes and Grunts with fuel rod guns later on. Take out the 2 Ghosts with the Gauss Hog, and there's going to be 2 more down here.
He's on a killing spree.
Then you've got some assorted infantry, take that out as well.
Full armor, form up. Hit him where it hurts.
And then you can move on to the vehicle section. Now, I am actually going to do this entire section in the Gauss Warthog. I actually don't do this in a tank. I think that's the hard way. So, first things first, 4 brute choppers. Hitting them head on will get you killed, so hang back behind the tanks and take them all out.
Target those Wraiths!
If any of them retreat, you're going to have to deal with them while you take down the Scarab. That's not fun. Next, you have to worry about 2 Wraiths. Hit them from the sides and not the front, because the brutes on the plasma turrets of the Wraiths will kill you very quickly if you get close enough. You don't really have to worry about the Wraith mortar, but you do have to worry about the brute in the plasma turret.
First line clear. Move up!
So, listen to Stacker, now hit the second line of Wraiths. You do have to worry about some ghosts here, so take them out first. They're actually more dangerous than the Wraiths.
Second line clear. Push forward. Scarab's back. This time it means business. Bravo, flanked in cover. I want everybody supporting the chief. He'll take it down.
Here we go, the Scarab battle on the Ark. Priority 1 is the 2 grunts with fuel rod guns in that structure over there. And they only appear there on Legendary, not even on Heroic. So, park over here where the Scarab can't get you, pull out your sniper rifle, and snipe the 1 grunt. You won't be able to see the second one. Drive over here, and the Marine on the Gauss turret will shoot the second one for you. Then you have to deal with the brute choppers. Believe it or not, while the Scarab is the largest threat in the area, it's actually your last priority. You have to deal with everything else before you can hit it. So, park in here, take out the brute choppers, grab a gravity lift while you're waiting, and I'll explain why later. And start counting brute choppers. There's going to be 4 of them, 2 waves of 2. A lot of times what's going to get you killed is if you move out after the first 2 are down, but the second 2 then come up behind you.
Backplating looks vulnerable. Light it up.
Once all 4 choppers are down, head up here and let your Marines shoot off all the grunts and jackals that are going to be up here on the front and sides of the Scarab. The reason you do this is because when you take down the Scarab, you're actually going to be boarding it from the front, and if the grunts and jackals, especially the jackal marksmen, are there,
Take out its legs. Climb aboard.
they will cut you down very quickly. So, with them all cleared out, now you want to take down the Scarab. The way you do that is by going to the safest place on the map, which is actually under the Scarab. The only threat down here is getting stepped on. The way that you prevent that is by looking up at the Scarab and following its movements. If you follow its movements, it cannot step on you. So if it goes left, you go left. If it goes right, you go right. Once it goes down, drive to the front of it, and the reason that you board it from the front with a gravity lift like this is because a lot of times there's a brute just sitting on a plasma turret in the back that'll cut you down almost instantly. Once you're on board, put a couple of fuel rod shots into the power core, jump off of it, head back to your Gauss Warthog, and drive away. This time, cool guys do look at explosions.
You drive! I'll shoot stuff! Give me a range!
Not bad, Spartan. I saw that explosion from Orbital. Truth's fleet lies in ruin. Find where the liar hides, so I may place my boot between his gums.
We'll know soon enough, Shipmaster.
Infantry on the Spire. Pop them up.
So, you heard Johnson, there's going to be more infantry on the Spire here. Biggest threat is the brute with the fuel rod gun, so take him out first. Now, the Marine AI programming here is a little fucked up. For some reason, if you get out of the Warthog, they will get out of the Warthog and they refuse to get back in. And the way that I do this section is entirely in the Warthog. So, you don't want to actually get out of the Warthog to arm your passenger with a fuel rod gun. That's unfortunately not an option here. No matter though, you can still deal with this area pretty easily with the Gauss Warthog. The only thing you have to worry about is brute shots, so use this ramp as cover from both the brute shots and the power drains. Once all the brutes are down, then you can move up. Take out all of the jackals that are going to be over here on the left. There's also Jackal marksmen and brutes on the ramps there. There's also a Jackal sniper up at the top, but he's actually not that much of a threat. You really won't get sniped out of your Warthog, and the guy in the Gauss turret takes him out in one shot. And then just methodically proceed up the ramps like so.
Meet the Arbiter at the top of the Spire, Chief.
There's two Brute Stalkers here, which are the Brutes with the active camo, but you can see them on your radar, and you can either splatter them or the Marine will take care of them. Now, for some reason, he got really trigger happy and shot the wall and killed my Marine passenger. That was not a smooth move, but whatever. We're here. Doesn't really matter.
Well done.
Before you head inside, head over here and swap out your sniper rifle, which is probably going to be almost out of ammo, for the Jackal Sniper's beam rifle.
It seems I've crossed a circuit.
Well, let me have a look.
Oracle!
Little bastard stung me.
I did not want you to come to any harm.
Got a funny way of showing it.
Excellent.
Immediately run inside over to this corner and assassinate the Brute before he turns around.
Grunts. Kill them as they sleep.
Then just punch out all the sleeping grunts. Before I move on, I like to hand off my beam rifle and my fuel rod gun to the two Marines. Now, once you have a battle rifle, you can't carry two battle rifles, so you have to swap that out for a plasma pistol and then make the second trade. Now, unfortunately, your only option here is going to be battle rifle plasma pistol.
Come, Reclaimer. All you seek is close at hand.
I would much prefer to do this with battle rifle assault rifle, but there are no assault rifles to be found here. You pretty much have to use a plasma pistol. Anyway, room number 2, you're going to have one patrolling grunt here, assassinate him, then head back up the ramp through this door and watch the Brute over there. For some reason, he can't see you when you stand here. Just watch him. It looks like he startles like he's seen you, but he actually hasn't. He just walks away. Then come up behind him and assassinate him. Then punch out the 6 other sleeping grunts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. If you haven't already, grab yourself a bubble shield. You're going to find that to be extremely helpful in the next battle.
Reclaimer, continue downward.
As you head down this ramp, ready a plasma grenade and stick the Brute as the door opens. Behind him there's another Brute. Stick him, run into the room, stick the 2 Brutes back here. And this is why you need to have a bubble shield, because there's no cover here. You need to drop your bubble shield. How you proceed from here is up to you. I grabbed a Brute shot to take out these 2 Jackals. Worked pretty well, but it didn't have a lot of ammo. Then I switched back to a plasma pistol and just used the combo against the 2 Jackals and the remaining Brute. The Marines even helped out with the beam rifle and the fuel rod gun. Unfortunately, they almost also got me killed with a frag grenade. Whatever. Once the area is clear, head outside and activate the cartographer.
The cartographer. Come, it awaits your approval.
That's our galaxy. We're beyond the rim.
2 to the 18th, light years from Galactic Center, to be precise.
What is this place?
The Ark.
This is the Ark?
I had always assumed it was part of a shield installation, but it seems I was mistaken.
That's a first.
Not at all. While I had a complete understanding of Installation 04, my makers wisely limited my knowledge of all other strategic facilities. Compartmentalization, in case I was ever captured, swept by the flood.
Can you tell me where we are exactly?
Here,
And truth?
near one of the Ark's supraluminal communication arrays, I'm afraid. Unfortunate. The meddler has triggered a barrier, a defensive perimeter around the Ark's core. The barrier will be difficult to disable. How odd that my makers would place such a comprehensive defense around a single... Oh my.
What is it?
Phantom!
Spark, move.
We must get past that barrier, or the meddler will destroy it all.
Chief, you got a whole mess of hostile air inbound. Get back inside while we take them out.
Follow the Oracle, Spark. I will help your sergeant clear the sky.
Sir, Pelican's gonna land 1 level down.
Now, unfortunately, this part coming up is pretty much scripted. That Marine always gets stuck with a plasma grenade. I've never been able to save her. If that happens to be the Marine that's carrying the fuel rod gun, give it to the surviving Marine. Take out all the grunts with just the battle rifle and some grenades. And how you deal with the brutes is kind of up to you. You can use the brute combo with the plasma pistol, or you can get up in their face, use some melee attacks, or even stick them with some spike grenades. Or you can just let the Marine do all the work. That's my favorite way of doing things. Anyway, grab the beam rifle from the dead Marine and use that to take out the Chieftain and his 2 bodyguards. You're going to need 3 shots to take down the Chieftain, 1 to break his shield, another to remove his helmet, and then the 3rd to finish him off. And that's only if you hit the head every time. And then the 2 bodyguards only require headshots to take them down. Now, I missed the head, so I'm going to have to follow up with a headshot from the battle rifle. And I think the Marine with the fuel rod gun got killed. Yep. You bastards. He was going to be extremely useful.
Protocol dictation. The installation was my responsibility. If my suspicions are correct, no, I must not.
The pack will feast on you!
This room unfortunately requires a bit of luck. Now, it's not that you need luck in order to survive, you need luck in order to get yourself a cloaking device. Sometimes they would drop radar jammers, sometimes they drop grenades, and sometimes they drop the cloaking devices, which is what you need. Now, the active camo in Halo 2 was very easy to see. Bungie heard your complaints and they fixed it for Halo 3. These guys are really tough to see. But you can see them on your radar unless they drop a radar jammer. If they do drop radar jammers, your priority is to find that radar jammer and destroy it. So, once all 4 of them are dead, hopefully you've got a cloaking device. Deal with these 2 jackals over here with some battle rifle headshots. Shoot the hand to expose the head. Shouldn't have even needed to say that. And then get ready for the last fight in the mission. The brutes here will actually not attack you until the Chieftain is dead. Use your active camo, come up behind him, and assassinate him.
We're on our way.
Hopefully he drops an invincibility unit and not a flare. If he drops a flare, you're kind of fucked. But if he drops his invincibility, grab that, grab his gravity hammer, and then set off against the 6 jump pack brutes. You can either use the gravity hammer or sticky grenades in order to take them out. By the time the invincibility wears off, all but 1 or 2 of them should be dead.
Over there!
There you go, that's all 6. Retrieve your battle rifle and use that to take out the final 2 jackal marksmen with a couple headshots. Once everything's dead, the mission will end.
ETA damn quick. Stand by for pickup.
Commander.
Johnson, Look sharp.
I got it.
No! Don't shoot. They mean us no harm. Those units have a priority task.
Oh, yeah?
And what might that be?
I really can't say. Not for sure. But if you allow me to find a terminal closer to the core.
We must keep the Prophet within our sights.
But what about your construct? For solution to the flood? With more data,
Barbara's right. We have priorities too. Until we kill Truth, stop the rings from firing, nothing else matters.